Hi, Matt with etrailer. If you have a 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and you're looking for a rack that's going to be able to carry a variety of different types of bikes and is just really easy to work with, then the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. It's also going to be perfect if you find yourself needing to make any repairs when you're out and about with your bikes, but I'll show you that later on. Now this is going to have a capacity of 60 pounds per bike holding up the two of them. And that's really not going to reflect in our tilt-away too much. This is actually really easy to use. You can use your foot for this. I find it a little bit easier to just use my hand if I only have one bike on here. And this will tilt back towards me, and we'll still have plenty of space where we're not going to make contact with the ground, but I can still open up my hatch. This would be perfect too if you need to access your hatch for anything, like if you need to put any groceries back here, or if you went shopping, or if you just want to get ready for your ride. If you want to grab your helmet, tie your shoes, you'll be able to do that. And you can close this back up and put this back into the seated position. And to do that, all you have to do is lift up on the rack until it clicks into place. And to take a closer look at this rack, I'm going to take off my bike. So where I like to start off with is with this rear strap. It's really easy to use. You just press a button or release, and you can tuck that strap behind here. The strap also slides up and down this tray just so you can accommodate for different wheelbases. And if we look at the front side, we're going to have this front ratcheting hook. I just recommend holding onto your bike when you undo this so it doesn't fall over. And what's nice about this is we're only making contact with our wheel, not our frame, so it will work with a variety of different types of bikes, whether it's a carbon frame, alternative frame, or a bike with a really nice paint job. And from this point, we can take it out for a ride. And just make sure you put everything back up when you're done using it, because you don't want to drive around like this because you could hit something. And put this strapping into place just so it's not dangling around as you drive. And from here we can get a couple measurements. The first one I like to get is the ground clearance. So going to the furthest point out, we're going to have about 19 inches until we hit the ground, which is plenty. Even if you have those heavier bikes on here, it'll drop down maybe an inch or two, but it won't make ground contact. Now, for how far it's going to stick out, we go from our back bumper to the back of the carrier. That's going to be at 29 inches, which isn't going to be bad at all. Still, kind of watch out if you're in those tight spots, like a parking spot. But we can save space if we don't have a bike on here. I'll just pull that lever, push up this time, until it clicks into place. Now this is going to sit pretty close to our vehicle, only about an inch and a half, but it's a sturdy fit. So this isn't going to be going anywhere or making contact with anything. But for how far it sticks out completely, that's going to be just about 11 inches, which is pretty compact. And as for how it's going to interact back here, it's not really going to block too much. So the main thing to really worry about will be your backup camera, because your license plate is mostly visible. Now with this repair stand here, that could be picked up in that camera, so it might block it a little bit, but you should still be able to use it. And as for your taillights and back window, that won't be obstructed at all. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have this 2-inch shank that goes into your 2-inch hitch receiver. We'll then have a pin that goes all the way through and connects to this lock core. That lock core is going to give you extra security, and it's going to be key to like with your integrated bike cable lock that's on this bike rack. And it's going to have this anti-rattle device, and that's actually going to be on the back end. It's going to be located right here. This is a really simple device to use because all you have to do is turn it, then tighten it up. So it's really nice that we don't have to have any tools to use this. And finally, what really makes this one different is going to be this repair stand, how it comes out. Super easy to use. All you have to do is turn a few knobs, adjust the fit how you need it to. And this is great if you find yourself really have to make repairs a couple times, or if you've made repairs in the past and it was pretty difficult to really get to where you're going because you didn't have anything like this to use. Now, if you're not a big fan of this repair stand, or you find that you won't need one, or you already own one for when you do go out and about, then I'd recommend the NV 2.0 base version of this, because it's going to be the exact same thing as this, only without that repair stand. But other than that, I think this is a great option. I know a lot of people down here in the shop are a really big fan of this bike rack just because how easy it is to use and all those integrated features. But this was just a look at some of the features of the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack on the back of our 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.